Hey guys, how are you? Casper here, aka Uselink, with a Twitter update for you. Again, try to do it roughly 10 minutes per day, just to see what I've been posting, but also what other people has been mentioning during the day, maybe 2 days, depending if I've skipped a day or two. So again, you know where you can find me, Uselink INV on YouTube, on X, or on Substack. So let's see what has caught my attention here during the past day or two. GDX trader here with the U.UN. So that is the weekly. Again, here still, ever since we peaked in 2024, we are flagging heavily or in a bullish channel, depending on how you want to frame it. Very long flag compared to the pole. And we have one impulse, the second impulse, and we are now in the third impulse. And I do believe as well that we could see the 20 Canadian dollar getting hit the previous triangle high over there. So again, this is a bullish long-term setups, but short-term we still haven't found the buyers just yet here. They will come, in my opinion, they will come. SRUF here, that is the OTC version, still the same thing, the flag, the triangle high. I think we are within a bottom of between maybe 5%. I think we are close to a bottom here. The same three impulses. Hopefully we are getting there really, really soon. An update here that I made for the Substack and YouTube members, commodities, gold and silver. What did we see last week? What are we expecting for this week? So check that one out. That one there is just a video. It's really funny. You should actually go and watch that. It's hilarious, by the way. That's pure comedy. Finding value finance, my good man Andy here. How about silver to gold ratio for a chance? Silver to the Nasdaq and silver to the SP 500. So what he has here is silver futures divided by gold. You can see here we are definitely squeezing up. We're not really there just yet. We have been close a few times, but at some point in time, this is going to change, and silver will definitely be the better play than gold. Both will do well. Silver will do better. So this is silver to the I think it's the minor stocks. I can't remember the exact word for it. Major double bottom, the 2000s, and then we have this rounding bottom here. You could also be adding some trend lines here, but I agree here that that silver at some point in time, again, versus the markets will be a far better play. Not quite there at the moment, but it will come. Uh, Silver SPX, same thing here, trying to squeeze a little bit there on the right side. And yeah, what else do we have here? And then again, if you want to keep it very simple, use the weekly time frames, 30 weekly moving average, and play the stage two breakouts. Um, Again, just look it up on YouTube or whatever. It is it's somewhat simple in quotes. Nothing is simple, but to play the long-term time frames is by far the best way to do it for basically everyone, but especially for new traders and or investors. So Steve Penny here with the uranium to gold ratio. He says here that back in Jan 2024, when uranium sector was on fire, I sold most of my U308 miners. Good job, by the way. That's very impressive. And used the proceeds to scoop up bargains in the beaten precious metal stocks like AEM. AEM has just broken I think it's a 10-year ceiling. Looks absolutely stunningly on the long-term time frames. He also says here again, the takeaway is that he believes that the pendulum has swung way too far in the opposite direction. What you had here was actually also a head and shoulders pattern, tiny right shoulder, and we actually broke below the neckline. We have broken the bowl. I do believe that we are getting to the point where we are to see at least a little bit of buying here in favor of uranium. That is the spot price to gold, or at least that the spot price is going to outperform again. It could be the outperformance can happen, both going down, of course, but gold going down more. But I believe we are there again. The sentiment in uranium is definitely down the drain. It can stay there for a long time, of course, but yeah. Grady, silver is climbing the right side of the orange rounded bottom slash arc. There it is. Friday, we saw a strong intraday reversal, but it does not change the big picture. I agree. In a resumed bull market, price will overcome the resistance levels. Enjoy the weekend. And yeah, this is the 2011 highs. This is the cup of a larger cup and handle where you have a larger bowl over here. And yeah, to me, I agree. My next target is actually roughly 38 to 40, but I do believe fully that we are to see 50, maybe a huge pullback from that point in time, but then we are gonna swoop above 50, above 100. Yes, it sounds insane, I know, but that is truly my beliefs. The market sniper, Francis Hunt, again. Francis was actually the guy that when I first started to dive into trading, and then for some reason I found his channel on YouTube, Technical Trading, and I'm like, what is that? And I saw every video with him, and then at that point in time, I was sold. I was saying, hey, technical trading, it is a fantastic tool, and I haven't looked back ever since. So Francis Hunt, you have to follow this guy on YouTube. Does some tremendous videos, and also posting stuff here on the Twitter or X. What is Francis saying here? He had a target of, I think, 2,907. I think that's his target. No, you can see it here almost. Let's call it 2,900 overshooting, double top here. Friday, huge sell off. Again, this could be double top. The target is roughly, 2,800. I do agree we could see that little bit of pullback, whatever you want to call it, after gold has done a tremendous, tremendous run. Long-term gold, extremely bullish. In the short term here, talking like a week, a week or two, I do believe that we are most likely going to see more downside than upside. So copper here, similar to the silver versus the M2 money supply. Um, Copper appears to be forming a 10-year inverted head and shoulders pattern relative to the M2 money supply. Excuse me. A break of that inverted head and shoulders would result in a lot more inflation. So 2015, we were forming the right shoulder, left shoulder. There it is, head, boom, boom, boom. So you can see here that actually copper is really, really trying to bottom out versus the M2 money supply and actually start outperforming that. That is a lot of inflation that is waiting to be unleashed when that happens. Platinum here, when measured against the M2 money supply, platinum is really having a go at its 2011 trendline high resistance. That is right there. It's actually, oh wait, that's my bad. Also note the 5-year wedge pattern here. To me, again, platinum is a giant sleeper, and if this gets going, platinum could be one of the biggest investments in 2025 and maybe even 2026. We are very close to some big breakouts in ratios, but also on platinum itself long term. Silver here, similarly, 10-year inverted head and shoulders in the making, flagging here on the right side. Very close by, we have the long-term 1980 trend line. I think we're going to break that. We're going to pull back, and then we're going to slam it, and silver will be released from its chains. Gold divided by M2 money supply here has broken its 1980s high. Boom. Last quarter, or this quarter actually, we are breaking it. So again, we still have 50% remaining of the quarter, but it seems like we are about to break out versus M2 money supply. And that is a huge deal when it comes to gold, commodities, and yeah, it's a big breakout here looming for that ratio. Big, 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 big breakout. Last but not least, I will do the platinum here on a line chart. That is the 1 weekly. This is in euro, by the way. So we are having a 15-year breakout looming here. Again, not tomorrow, but we are very close to having a 15-year breakout in platinum. And if you have a 15-year breakout with such a clean trend line, you know exactly what this means. It's going to mean that we are going to see the triangle high or the highs from over here, pull back, stall a bit, and then go higher for platinum. So platinum looks incredibly well. That is all that I have for you guys. I hope you enjoy your Sunday, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye.